retweet it.
Gotcha. Okay. So we are live. Let me see how I take the YouTube and put it onto Twitter. Also, by the way, if y'all click the comments on y'all's screen, y'all should be able to see any viewers' comments if they have any. Also, by the way, if y'all click the comments on y'all's screen, y'all should be able to see any.
Like on the
Okay.
StreamYard comments.
Also, by the way, if y'all click the comments on y'all's screen, y'all should be able to see it.
Like on the StreamYard comments.
Okay. I just copied the link. I'm going to make a tweet about it, and then let's see who joins.
Sounds
I'm going to
good.
make it through Wager Rakes.
And then just retweet it with your account.
Right, yeah.
So sad Wager Rakes doesn't follow me.
I thought I did.
No, I'm tagged in the bio, though.
Oh, well, I got you, bro.
So, Bernsey, it's the Dustin Pedroia retirement ceremony tonight at Fenway.
Okay. I think I saw that because I'm friends with a couple of Red Sox fans. I guess they were talking about that earlier. I just didn't really read it. I saw something about a ceremony.
I mean, it's not like a huge deal. Just like they lost on that wild pitch yesterday.
I'm a Rays fan. I was going crazy.
I'm a Red Sox fan. I was also going crazy. That was the last thing I needed for a sweep, man. I would have had 13-unit sweep instead. I ended up with like 10.5 units. Bullshit.
Yeah, I didn't end up betting anything yesterday. I think I turned the game on literally the top of the ninth inning because I saw it was 0-0, and I was like, oh, classic Rays game.
Yeah, for real. But yeah, anyway, I like the Sox didn't score for the last two nights. I think they'll put up some good numbers against the Yankees tonight. They always seem to show up for those games, and they're pissed at themselves. So I like the money where it is. Plus 115 is pretty good odds.
Yeah, I like the odds. I was just a little weary about it, and I actually went Yankee. And I know I almost never go Yankees, but Yankees have been pretty good lately. I think I get, how do you pronounce it? German. I'm just gonna say German. Herman.
Yeah.
I think he's gonna do slightly better than Perez, and then bullpen advantage. Honestly, it's pretty even.
Yeah, no, I agree.
Besides Chapman, Chapman has been terrible the last week or two.
Yeah, I mean, the Red Sox bullpen is really fresh, and they've got a couple of really good arms. Like Josh Taylor hasn't given up a run since April 24th. Like he's money. And then Matt Barnes is the second best closer in baseball behind Chapman as far as stats go. So I'm just feeling pretty confident about a win there for the Sox. But there's plenty of ways it could go.
All right, do y'all want to just go ahead and get started? I tweeted it out, by the way.
Yeah, let's do it. I already kind of dove in a little bit to my first pick, but yeah, I'm going with the Red Sox plus 115 for 2 units. For 2 units tonight. Like I mentioned to Bernsey, for anybody who's just tuning in now, the Red Sox offense has been cold the last couple of nights. They have yet to lose 3 in a row since their first series of the year. Martin Perez is going with probably Garrett Whitlock behind him. I would say Whitlock, then Taylor, then Ottavino, then Barnes, all of which have been really, really good. And they're pissed at themselves after losing on a wild pitch. So I expect the Red Sox to come out firing. I also like the over in this game, but I did not play it. I just don't like having a side and a total in the same game.
Yeah, you either win a lot of money or chances are
or nothing.
Lose. Yeah, that's the worst part. So yeah, first play, Source just gave it out for himself. Red Sox money line for 2 units. Shout out to Source for hitting the Indians money line yesterday. That was a great dog winner. We went 4-1. Yesterday was Source, me, and Dot, and we went 4-1. Dodgers, I don't know how they got a combined no hitter against them, especially with the Cubs. In the video yesterday, I mentioned, either the pitchers are going to come out and do better or the batters, and somehow neither of them did better. They both did worse than they looked against the Padres with. So everything was just crazy. We should have gone 5-0, but we took the 4-1. Man, given that Source cashed his dogs, it was even better. For everybody or anybody viewing live, feel free to comment and interact with us. That's something we would highly appreciate. Let us know your thoughts as we're telling you ours. Or if you have any questions, feel free to ask them. We have 3 guys who are MLB are great MLB cappers for a purpose, and that's to help everybody out and help everyone profit. So the first play for today's Wager Rakes episode was already given out. Red Sox money line by Source for 2 units. Bernsey, what's your first game?
All right, so I gonna be going with my team tonight, the Tampa Bay Rays. We're gonna be taking them -1 against the Angels. We've got Andrew Kittredge starting for the Rays. It's going to be a heavy bullpen game. I believe I read that Josh Fleming's going to be coming in to handle a bulk of the innings. He's been great this year. On the Angels side, we've got Griffin Canning sporting a 5 ERA. Not only fading the Angels just because of their pitching, the Rays have been pretty good. On the batting side, they're up, I believe, up the top 8 on the runs scored per game now. A little bit cold against the Red Sox last night. Pivetta threw an amazing game. Back at home today in Tampa, I believe the Rays are going to be able to light up Griffin Canning, get to the bullpen, get a few runs off of them, and -1s there just in case at -125.
Perfect. All right, I'm going to go over to my play, and it's a very simple one. Same thought process as yesterday. The Astros have been on a tear recently.
On fire.
They have been. I mean, the reason I played them yesterday is just because, I mean, if you just look at their recent games, I mean, they've been hitting and they've been cold with the bats, or they've been hot with the bats. White Sox last game against them, 8 runs. Orioles 10-3, 13 runs. Tigers 12 runs. I mean, you might as well play the over in this game if you'd like to, but I just think that they're going to continue to be on fire with their bats, cashing each of their run lines in the past 5 games, and I think it extends back to 8 games. But I just see the first 5 right now. I think the Astros continue to be on fire today, continue to come out playing well. I have a lot of trends on this. For me, it is, as of right now, it is a 3-unit play. The -1.5 to win 3 units. Of course, today's Freebie Friday, so if you're going to be tuning in to me or to my channel or anything of that nature, maybe just hold off on it because it's Freebie Friday. So if I'm going to be playing it for confirmed 3 units, I'm going to be tweeting that out as well. But I can almost guarantee it'll be at least 2-unit play. So the -1.5 is my first play. On the Astros, like I said, they've just been on fire recently, and the odds have even gone up. I think yesterday they closed at -240. Let me confirm that. They closed at, -240. They opened up today at -250. Vegas obviously really likes the Astros, and, they obviously like them. They even played better. That's why they're higher. First play of the day, Astros -1.5, most likely for 3 units, definitely for 2 units. Source, what's your second play?
So I debated between another dog and a favorite here. I'm going to go with the San Francisco Giants +105. Last night when I took it at open is now at -101. I still like it there. I like it down to -115. The Giants have been on fire. They have Johnny Cueto going. Right. Who seems to have a resurgent year this year. I know his ERA is a little high. You don't like the 4.6, but it's definitely a play on the fact that the market has not yet caught up to San Francisco, which is crazy considering that we're almost 80 games in to a 162-game season. But
hey, they aren't the Dodgers or Yankees.
They're not the Dodgers or Yankees, and so you can get extreme value on them every day. Oakland is a team that people like to bet on. Manaea is a name that people recognize. He has a former Cy Young candidate. He's got a 3.01 ERA, so people are like, oh, well, wait a second, he's really good. In all actuality, this is a game where the Giants have the edge offensively and on the pitching bump. So I would expect this game to be a 4-2 win for the Giants. I almost took that exact total, but instead I just went with the plus money for 2 units as well.
Okay, I mean, you hit your dog yesterday, so let's see.
I'm playing
2 dogs today.
I'm playing 2 dogs today. I have a third dog and a favorite posted to my timeline as well on Twitter. Okay. I'm happy to discuss those if people drop in and ask questions, but I'm playing 3 dogs and a favorite today.
Nice. Yeah, for those people who might be following or watching this channel or watching this video, either because of me or Bernsey and might not recognize Source, go ahead and give him a follow on Twitter. Likewise, give Bernsey Betts a follow on Twitter, and likewise give myself a follow on Twitter if you don't already. Especially given it's Freebie Friday, I'll be giving out free plays, and Bernsey and Source generally just give out free plays. So always be on the lookout for that. They're always profitable and good cappers. So. And also multi-sport cappers, so you don't even have to just be a fan of the MLB, but you can be. Bernsey, what's your second play?
Yeah, so I just wanted to add on to that Giants and A's game. Right. I'm wondering if the over would be a very good play there. I'm seeing 13-mile-an-hour winds going towards the outfield. Usually in Giant Stadium, when it's going towards the left field, I think I've probably played that 3 or 4 times this year, and I think it's hit, honestly, every single time so far. 2 very good pitchers on the mound, though, but might have to look at that later. Might take a glance at that over, especially with how those bats have been on each team.
Yeah, especially the way that they played against the Yankees of recent Oakland and Texas. They really haven't been hitting all that well. That should change at some point. With the wind, you never know. It could be today. I don't hate that play either.
It'll be an interesting game for sure.
Probably watch it, honestly. I think it's probably one of the better games tonight.
It is indeed, yeah.
I don't really like much on the total.
It's a 50-50, but it might be fun.
But I think I have to agree with a Source here. I do think the Giants are the play here.
100%. Especially for those odds too.
Right.
If they were minus 115 or so,
on the A's.
I think they're minus 115, or they should be minus 115 based on my projections, and I just can't not take them at plus money. It's just too profitable. If you were betting the Giants money line this year, it's the most profitable team in Major League Baseball. You're up about 26 units.
Wow.
If you've just been playing them blindly every night. So shout out to the Giants fans in here who do that. Good for you. But yeah, I'm sticking with dogs. I think I've had some pretty good success with them recently. Yesterday hit the parlay, hit that 5 units on that plus 170. So we're in good shape with the dogs. We're going to keep it rolling.
Well, the Giants, the consensus money line has already moved to minus 105. So you were on to something.
Take it.
Yeah, because it's getting close to that minus 115 threshold you have. So if you're watching this and you want to tell Source, you might want to tell him right now. He bought out plus 105, and it's already at minus 105. He has it up to minus 115.
Very interesting this year for the Giants, actually. They're averaging 5.2 runs at home in one of the historically lower park factors in the MLB, and averaging 9 over the past 3 games.
That's going to be interesting.
Big bats.
I think it's going to be a fun game to watch. Right underneath that game, I'm seeing on the card is the Cubs Dodgers, and it's bringing back heartaches from yesterday. My second play today is going to be the Marlins Nationals under. I like this simply because of lines. For people who've kept up with me, you must know by now I love to watch lines and understand the line movements. At the end of the day, I don't think we're betting teams. We're betting odds, and that's one of the things I like to do. Let's talk about how the Marlins and Nationals had a total of 8.5 last game. They put up 10 runs, and Vegas opens them up at 7.5. I like this just simply because not only did they open them up at 7.5, but it's weighted towards the under. I simply like them for one purpose only. It's because I feel that Vegas is whispering to us to take the under. I know it's a very simple reason and not much involved with baseball as much as it is with just numbers and just line movements. But sometimes that's all you need, Watching lines has been very profitable for me in the MLB season, and so hopefully this is no different. I've been cashing a lot of my unders recently because of that same standing. So Marlins Nationals under 7.5 is going to be my second play. It might be a 2-unit play, but it's definitely a 1-unit play. Again, just follow us. It's Freebie Friday. Since this is a later game, I don't know exactly how much I'm going to put on it. Either it's going to be 2 units or 1 unit. I'm going to put it out about 30 minutes before the game actually starts. So it's going to be at least 1 unit. But if you want to figure out how much I'm for sure going for, follow my page, and it's Freebie Friday, and you'll be told 30 minutes prior to game time.
I actually have a play on that game as well, Azim. It's not the under, it's the side. Miami minus 130 for 3 units. It's now minus 136 and moving.
I was hoping you didn't say the over.
No, I don't have the over. I think the only chance for the over to hit is if John Lester throws a stinker. He has had some issues with some of the spider tack / sunscreen and rosin stuff. His curveball has been flat since then, down about 400 RPMs, which is about 3%. And he's been very upset about that. He was very vocal about it. I think the only chance for the over to hit is if he throws an absolute stinker, and we know John Lester usually doesn't do that. So I like that play as well.
Fun fact, the under is getting big money and sharp money. There's 60% bets on the over, but 60% of money on the under. So it's still looking good as of right now. Obviously, you should never, regardless of what sport, give that much attention to money bet percentages 5 hours out of game time. So by 6 p.m. Central, we'll get to know a little bit more about where the money is coming in and where the bet percentages are coming in. But as of right now, it's looking like it's headed in the right direction. So
yeah, and the money line there as well, just because I already gave out that play. I mean, I locked it in at minus 130 last night. That was the low point. It's now at minus 148.
Yep.
Is the consensus odds. So, I don't know that I like it there. I'd play the under there instead. But if you did lock it in early, congratulations. Vegas agrees with you.
Yeah, I mean, this is why you got to follow, right? This is why you got to follow. At least y'all two, especially, because I have my VIP, so I keep it for my VIP. But y'all two give out free plays left and right. I only give out free plays like once a day, and then Freebie Friday. So at least Burnsy and Source, if you're watching, you need to be following, because these guys are geniuses, and we'll get you the right odds before, even Vegas realizes the right odds. That being said, anybody watch and have any comments or questions or anything of the sort? We'll give it like 3 minutes and see if anybody has anything to say.
Well, what's going to happen is the second that we wrap it up, everyone's going to have a bunch of questions. That's always the way it works.
In our DMs like yesterday.
I don't know about you. I got a lot of those. Burns, you didn't get any DMs yesterday? Good for you.
No, I wish I would.
I got a lot about the Indians plus 170. People are like, why the hell you like the Indians? I like the Twins. But that was my max play plus 170, and lucky enough that cashed. So we're off to a good week.
You made a max play at plus 170? Wow.
I did indeed. I
really good insight on it too. He had great insight on it. Dude, I was I'm an idiot for that, because I was listening to you talking during the show, and I was absolutely convinced, and I just didn't pull the trigger. I was absolutely convinced. I was like, yep, he's right. The Indians are going to win. And then I just decided not to pull the trigger, because I was like, if it does lose, I'll be upset, So I was like, I don't take other people's plays normally. I think I've only taken somebody else's plays like maybe 2 or 3 times. One of those being Burnsy, a long time ago. It was like a prop play or something. I just don't take other people's plays. So I was absolutely convinced, and I just still said I'm not going to take it because.
Were you talking about when we did the show and we were talking about one of those prop bets in NFL?
Yeah, and I tailed.
It was for Washington football team against the Cowboys on Thanksgiving. I think
it was McLaurin, I think.
Oh, what? Oh, yeah. It was the will he have a reception over 30 yards?
12.5 or something. Oh, something like that.
Yeah, it was like plus 110. Will he have a reception over 30 yards? Third play of the game, 50-yard reception.
Yeah. It's like one of 3 bets I've tailed from somebody else. But yeah, no, I and then when they won, I felt like an idiot, because I was just like, Source had the most beautiful insight on this game.
I always do, Azim. You got to just stick to the process. We're gonna get a lot of
that spin rates for that. I mean, that was a whole different. Like,
you gotta look in depth at all the good money lines. We're gonna get a lot of people who are going to, come in and say that was a fluke if we don't go 3-0 today or 4-0 today. that people are gonna be like, oh well, that's a fluke. That's not how it works. You know, it's a process. You got to keep the unit sizes accurate, and then just ride the stats and cash some tickets. So it's been an interesting couple of weeks. You know, we took a couple of weeks off, weren't doing so hot, reevaluated some systems, and you know, we're hoping that the Suns will also cash on the NBA side for that plus 3,300 future we got going on. It'd be really nice for our followers to get that as well. So we're loving how we're doing right now. Anybody who hasn't been following, you know, since the beginning, our live futures are Red Sox over 79 wins, Yankees under 97.5 wins. That's a max play at 3 units. And then the Braves over 91 wins, which is looking a little bit tough. But if you can get some live odds and some of those, some recent odds on those futures, feel free to DM for questions. I'll definitely give you some insight.
For sure. Looks like we don't have any questions or comments. So on that note, I would like to thank everybody who watched. I hope we do well today for you, and I hope we're able to make profits for you. And hopefully you continue to watch and we continue to interact with you and all become better bettors and have more financial freedom. That being said, thank you for watching once again, and follow Bernsey Bets, Source Podcast, and myself for more free plays throughout the day. And yeah, best of luck. Thanks, guys.
See ya.